Hello guys, my name is Shreyansh and today I will be sharing you my implementation of a serverless WebSocket to upload a document into Google Storage Bucket and then trigger auto labeling or the information extraction of the same doc using Google Document AI. So before starting, I will share with you my workflow. So yeah, as here you can see, I have created a workflow chart. So basically, I've created an Angular front-end UI, which basically makes an HTTP post call along with the document to the Google Cloud function. Now, this Google Cloud function basically is uploads the document to the Google Cloud storage bucket, and if the upload is successful, then it invokes the Google Document AI API. After that, the AI parses the document and returns it to the function. If the parsing is successful, the extracted info in the JSON format is basically saved to the Google Storage bucket and also returned to the client side. Now in the client side, I'm basically parsing the JSON to basically extract the date and amount. In this video, I will be sharing you the information extraction of any receipt or a bill. So here was the workflow. Here was the basic workflow of my diagram. Yeah. So here is my front-end UI. Basically, I will choose a file. So let's say I choose a file called bill. Now I will upload this file. Let's wait for some time for the response to come. Yeah. So here you can see we got the response. The date to be as 1 March 2024 and the total amount spent is rupees 50. Now let's verify it with our original bill amount. Original bill. So here you can see the bill amount is rupees 50 and the date is 1 March 2024. So the information extraction is done successfully. Now I will share with you my implementation. So before we start, we basically need to create a Google Cloud Console project. As I've already created a project, I won't create it again, but you can create it using this new project section. Now, once the Google Cloud project is created, we need to set up few things before creating the Google Cloud function. So first thing we need to do is basically we need to create a Google Cloud storage bucket, and then we need to create a Google Document AI API processor. So for the storage bucket, we will go to the cloud storage option, and here is the buckets option. I have already created a bucket called docket bucket. But for the explanatory purpose, I will create a bucket once again. So you can easily create a bucket from this create option. Once the bigger bucket is created, you can name bucket anything you want. So let's say I name the bucket as bucket 1. Sorry, the name is already taken. Let's say bucket doc 1. So yeah, here you can just let the settings to the default one. It won't affect much. Let's say continue, 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 and yeah, it's done. And here's how. Okay, I will not enforce the public access prevention on this bucket because I want the bucket to be accessed publicly by anyone. As this is for test purposes. Now this is how the bucket is created. So as you can see, we can get all the bucket details here. Now once the bucket is created, now we need to also set up the Google Document AI API processor. We will go to the Document AI and we will explore the processors. Now for our task, we will create a processor which is basically an expense parser which basically parses the receipts or bills. We will just create a processor. We can name processor anything. Let's say name 1 and create it. And this is how the processor is successfully created. We will note this processor ID because it will be used in our Google Cloud function to access the Google Document AI API. Now, one thing I forgot before in the creation of document bucket, I will just quickly go there once. Yeah. So when you create the document bucket, you will need to give it some permissions so that the bucket can be accessed by the cloud function properly. So in the permission sections, yeah, so in the permission section, I've already uh, given the permission for my Google Cloud function as a storage object admin, so that it can basically store the object or retrieve the object, anything it can do. Yeah. And also for the bucket, we also need to create an extra permission so that all users can access it. So from here, grant users, I can basically select all users to authenticate all users, so that they can access bucket option. Yeah. So once this is created, we will now create the Google Cloud Storage function. So from the cloud function section, I've already created one cloud function, but you can also create your function by using create option. So for explanatory purposes, I will just create a function quickly. Let's say I will name the function as function test. I will just let the region to be US Central. Now the trigger type is HTTPS because the HTTPS call is made to this function to basically store the uh, uploaded document. And now I will also allow unauthenticated invocations for the test purposes. Yeah, so we will just quickly go through the configuration once. In the runtime, I have set the run timeout to be 180 seconds because we know that document TI API will take some time to pass the document and send the same extracted information to the server side, to the client side. Yeah, everything just let it to be in the default settings. In the next, now here we get two things: index.js and package.json. Now here basically our whole logic of handling the document upload to the storage bucket and parsing it using Google Document AI, the whole task is done in this Node.js format in this function. So as I've already done it, I will just go through it once. So yeah, here is my test cloud function, which basically handles all the HTTPS request and upload of the document to the bucket. So yeah. So in this code, basically what I do is basically I get the HTTP request and I read the uploaded file using busboy. Now, after reading the file using busboy, I basically upload it to the storage bucket. In this case, it is docket underscore bucket, as I have already mentioned the name here. Yeah. So after once the file is successfully stored in the storage bucket, we will call the document TI. So as I've already told you earlier, there was a processor ID when we created a processor for the document TI. So we will just input the processor ID here, and some location and some more information. Now this after importing all this information, we will call the document TI API, and that will return the results to us. So yeah, uh, appli- that was my implementation of storing a document to Google Cloud Storage and fetching information using document AI. Thank you.